Hey folks, so today we're back at the beach, except this time it's summer. Let's go and see what we can find. So folks, we're back at the beach today. I've started in the shade, but the last time I was here, it was, well, very early spring and it's in full lockdown. So as you can see, there's going to be quite a lot more opportunities. We'll revisit some of the places we went to and see what we can find. So let's move on. So, let's backtrack a little bit, folks, because the camera wasn't rolling. I thought it was rolling. So what we've just done is we've walked past this cafe that was closed and being renovated when we were here last, and now it's fully open. And I'll show you a picture in a minute that I took just before that I thought I'd done the duration on. Not having much luck with that lately. Where we'd use the actual windows to frame people. So I'm going to go back along there and see what we can actually do, see if we can get another one. I'm just going to try and get some silhouettes through there. See, we're framing people on the other side and the reflections as we do that. I hope you could see that going on. And I'll probably show you the series of shots I took. Rather than them actually happening at the time. But essentially that's what I was trying to do. As you could see in the video there, people walking sort of through, there was reflections, there was people inside, and just trying to catch the shadows of people and frame them in the actual panes, using that as framing. Shot here. Okay. So we're a bit further along the beach. We've got a mixture of I thought they were e-scooters, but they're not. I'm not sure, they look like bicycles, just sort of small bicycles.
Hello.
An enormous surfboard stuff. Much bigger than normal. Just trying to get that in. And even somebody has a bonus in the doorway. So we got these bikes in from the person there. I think doorways are always good for framing things. Let's head along here and see what we can find along this way. This is going to be a long walk. Oh, come on. It wouldn't be complete without getting a seagull. The question is, how close do we get to the seagull? Oh, he's flown away. Couple of shots here. I do like this one. That was where it wants to be centre framed. They're always good to get those ones. And f22, so it's nice and in focus. And we're going to drop the camera back down to f5.6 for this one. Get that shot in like that. I think what we could have here actually is we've got these people walking, and I'm going to try and frame them through the shell, if that's possible. So I'm going to wait here. There are lots more people here. Yeah, this was empty last time. Absolutely empty. So what didgeridoo? That's definitely worth taking a picture of. Somebody's didgeridoo. Hopefully you can see that. Try and get some shots without people in. Frame that close to the ground. Always good to get a bit of recognition. I like the word "sure" on his back as well. I think we can zoom in. Camera's picked up the back of her head. So we'll get that in there like that. Use the touch focus to force the camera to focus there. I'd have to be on the flower bed otherwise. Oh, he's playing the horn. That's brilliant. Maybe the cyclist in the way down, a tiny bike. One more from the front. Epically good. You can see that. Brilliant. Man with a didgeridoo. Take a break. And it's very warm. Now I quite like that row of people. I'm going to stop down to F11. Trying not to get the other people in. Focus in on them. The camera has picked them up. F11 because I wanted quite a deep depth of field, just in case we got them out of focus, because they weren't all sitting on the same plane of depth of field, so they might have been slightly out of focus. So it needed to be deeper. And it's just a typical beach scene of a row of a family of people sitting having ice creams. And it's the smallest classic car show I've ever seen. That's not a classic, but technically it's old. 6 classic cars. And what I like here, if I can get this in time, is I've got this classic silver car here. I'll zoom out a bit, kind of get them all in there. And I've got, if I can get that on there. Got the guy on the mobility scooter with contrasting colours and Triumph written on it. Now again, I'm going to get a slightly shallower shot. So I'm going to drop down to 5.6. Zoom in. You need street photography.
There was a two-stroke, wasn't there?
It might be.
Yeah.
I was drawn to the Triumph stickers on your mobility scooter. You see, I'm a biker, so I'm saying try.
I used to be 150 million years ago.
Well, I've sold my bike a while ago, so I just have a car. But yeah, I don't know if that is a two-stroke, that one or not.
Yeah, that's how it's stuck in my mind. Something a bit different, you know?
Yeah. Well, just I'm a local street photographer, so that's why I was taking your pictures. So I hope you don't mind.
Not at all, my friend.
And I'll stick them up on YouTube. I'm Nat's Right on YouTube, but I just.
So what can I get you on that?
Do you use Instagram?
No, I don't.
All right. Do you use YouTube?
Yeah.
So if you put youtube.com in, and then you do the /, if you do NATS, Nats, and then WRIGHT right, you'll get my channels. Nats Right, NATS, WRIGHT. And I'll have this video up, you'll be a star on the video because I've got my little camera. Let's record everything. Shall I grab you a close-up, eh?
Yeah, why not? Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's take a picture of the car while we're here, because we just have to. Anyway, let's continue to have our wander. That one's going to South Shields, that one's going to a rally, that one's going to a bus rally, that one's going to Tynemouth via the coast road, and that one's going to somewhere impronounceable called Invergrowing. And I think I'm just going to try and get the shadow of the guy in the cab. We've got one shot there, we're at 5.6. I'm going to try and get a little bit closer. It's really tricky to because the glare from the sun is insane. And I want to get some context to the bus in. So I'm hoping that the autofocus has worked out what's going on. And now for good measure, I'm going to drop down to gain F11 just in case of misfocus. Gonna come out to a slightly, we're at 60mm, but we're gonna use our feet to zoom. Use the joystick to move the reticle up a little bit. Lock focus. Get some of the bus in. And there we go. Hopefully we've got the old guy in. I think we've got a good angle on him there as well. So hopefully it's come out, because there's but D here should be able to do it. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. So this is the beauty of having a really wide lens. We're at f5.6, but what again I'm going to do is drop down to f11. He's adorable. Can I take a bit? Oh, she. Jermaine.
The gorilla.
Very short hair. Not easy mistake to make.
Well, she's a gorilla, you see, so she's...
That's true. Anyway, let's get a shot inside. Now that's really good because that window frames these people beautifully. Just wait for the reflections to go. And the thing about taking pictures here is that everyone expects you to be taking pictures because it's a bus, a vintage bus. Oh, look, it's cute. Cute panda. Oh, sorry. Oh, a bit of history. In fact, when I was little, that's what buses used to look like.
cheese.
Well, this is definitely what buses used to look like when I was little. Let's back up a little bit. Now I'm going to switch back to single autofocus at the minute. Otherwise it's going to change constantly. Not that in. We might have more pictures than I anticipate. I know I always say at the start, I always say, we're going to do a few pictures, we're going to do this, but this section might have more because there's lots of things to photograph here. It's become a sort of street photography magnet. That bus looks like it's got a flat tyre. Oh, it's just tilting over. That's just brilliant. I couldn't have asked for walking into something better than this. What we can do though, is let's try and get some shots with the backdrop of that in where we're talking. So, I'm going to go full zoom in, get their shadows in a little bit as best I can, go higher. Again, wide depth of field, f11 to get everything in focus. And then I'm going to drop down to f5.6 again because I want a little bit of ironically, this is where a telephoto lens would work very well because you can see in the background over there, probably tiny on the action cam, we've got I'm at 60mm. I'm going to try not to get these people in here. But I'll wait till they've gone past. We've got the lighthouse in the background. And I'm just trying to get a few people out of the way. Well, they're waiting for a bus. I'm going to have a lot of editing to do, I can tell. A hell of a lot of editing. Look, I can capture other photographers as well.
Oh, he's out there. They're looking for you. You've been sick. I'll be hiding around here. Been there a while. Well, I've been back on the beach for a while. I was right in Josie.
Get both these two in.
I said you'd be 2 miles out, man.
See? Those naughty street photographers don't always photograph the bus. Photograph other stuff. Now this one definitely needs F11 to get everybody in. There's a nice one, get the bus focus in the middle, get them all in. Pull out a little bit so we can get some context actually. That's better, we'll get some context. Bingo. I think our job here is done. Now so far we need to be at F11. Oops. Watch yourself, get the right bead. Pull out to 20mm. These holes are great for framing things, right? So you can see we've got like we can probably go into 35mm here. Try not to get the bin in. The question is, will somebody now walk past? Nope. This hole might. I'll have to select the right hole. Ah, people approaching the hole. Please hope you can see that. I'm waiting for them, waiting for them. Get a bit of thing framed and nice. And I hope we got them there. The reticle was in the middle. And we were at F11. It's a cyclist. Right, okay. Cyclist, cyclist, cyclist. Did we get them is the question. We've definitely got some motion blur. That one might work. God, I really like that one. It might not be perfect in photos, but that looks good. That looks good. Thank you, Custom Modes Lumix. See, on the Fuji, I'd have a right faff changing to switch to react that quickly because of the way the camera works. I love the beautiful vintageness of the camera. But to change the minimum focus speed is, the minimum shutter speed is multiple button presses. Whereas on this, I've just got to open the aperture up and be in the right custom mode. If I want to flick the other way, I can flick back. It's really good. So we've got our cyclist, which makes me very pleased. Now we can walk back along. So the POV photographer, look, he's got his microphone out. Ooh. Too far away. That was bad autofocus. Ooh, now the cyclist is trying to kill me. Well, since we're at the beach and we haven't taken one picture of the beach, I think we should take a picture of the beach. 60mm. And check out there. It's alright, we don't need rescuing, we're fine. Coast Guard. I think we're okay. You don't walk into other photographers that have microphones often. So go, is that another POV shooter? I have to remember to edit this bit in. Now that is your classic beach scene of the windbreak. People in blue, blue background, nice, blue sea. Colour sympathy, like it. Colour sympathy, another good way of framing. Jeez, I'm getting dive bombed by these things. None will have come out. But they're coming pretty low. There you go. We managed to track one. All right. It's not long till we get back to the car now. That has been quite the adventure. And I'm hoping that that lifeguard holds that position for a bit. Don't move. Because I think that could be a really good position. Yep, stay there and we've got you. That's back where we started. I took the first picture, more or less. So it's been so different coming down here to do some POV with you and show you how much everything's changed in just a few months. I mean, last time we were here, it was so quiet. There were people, but not many. Obviously the winter, but because it was sort of still semi-lockdown and people were limited to the number of trips they could take out a day. And now we just have everyone out enjoying themselves in the summer. It's so nice to see things hopefully getting back to normal. Anyway, I think we need to find, let's see if we can find one more shot. I could have found it. It's a typical British beach shot, I think. where they, you know, where people bury each other in the sand. This is what they do in Britain, on the beaches. Build sandcastles, dig massive holes. Oh, the cyclists caught me up. But I think a distant shot with the lighthouse in the background. We'll use a telephoto, we'll get down relatively low. I think probably about here is about right. So you should be able to see this, we're zoomed in. We're at f11, so I'll lock on to the people there. We've got the lighthouse in. And let's take the shot. And I think it'll work if we do also landscape. I think we can probably get a little bit closer for our classic British beach shot. The camera's detected that there's something there. I'm going to get the shadow of the wall in as well, I think. Get that level, hopefully you can see that. We've got all those people in the background. And what a place to end on a lovely beach shot. Beach street photography. So folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Of course, if you did, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, click the bell for those notifications, because then you get notified of any new content I do put up. Please do comment below. It's very important that I also produce content not just I enjoy, but you enjoy too. So please do discuss and like the video, because it always helps the YouTube algorithm if you enjoyed the video and you liked what you saw. If you don't like the video, just click the like button twice. Anyway, I'll see you all later, folks. Hopefully we will get into Newcastle and do an evening POV. Could be quite interesting. Oh, one last thing before I go. I am going to start my little series on an introduction to street photography and how you can do it on a very tight budget. So keep an eye out for those videos coming up soon as well. Catch you all later, folks. Bye.